This is Nightline. Tonight, the race against time to save 2 gold miners trapped in a flooded cave after 5 others escaped with their lives. What rescuers say may be a sign of hope as they push deeper. Plus, 100 years of Marilyn Monroe, celebrating the 100th birthday of the iconic blonde bombshell. Our exclusive look at some of the platinum stunner's never-before-seen personal items heading to auction.
This is an item that will be highly sought after.
The darling of Hollywood's golden age, known for classic films like The 7-Year Itch.
Isn't it delicious?
Living on through the legions she's inspired, including Kim Kardashian, paying nearly $5 million for the dress Monroe wore to serenade then-President Kennedy.
Happy birthday.
What new treasures will be landing on the auction block? And Barry Manilow, the legendary Copacabana singer,
Her name was Lola.
opening up after an emergency surgery derailed his Las Vegas residency.
They said I had lung cancer and we have to get it out.
The power balladeer has a new tour planned, but will he be able to perform again?
My voice, I don't know whether it's coming back.
Plus, what Morgan Wallen flipped on stage. The country star's performance of Sand in My Boots taking an unexpected turn. From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with the harrowing race against the clock to save 2 miners still trapped inside that flooded cave in Laos after 5 have made it out alive. Rescuers saying they've located a new chamber where the last 2 men may be trapped, and they're hearing knocking they say is meant to be heard. Here's ABC's foreign correspondent Britt Clennett.
Up against a labyrinth of obstacles, rescue workers in Laos fighting the elements as the lives of 2 men missing for almost 2 weeks hang in the balance. Tonight, some glimmers of hope. Teams reporting sounds of knocking in the 6th chamber, beyond where the original 5 miners were found in a flooded cave, saying the noises are not echoes. But some of the divers now telling us it could be a false alarm. It comes after the remarkable rescue of the 5 men who were trapped for over a week.
There is the constant fear in the back of your head that if it rains, this thing that you are, slowly working your way through could very easily be flooded with water.
Heavy rain now causing setbacks, preventing divers from entering as water levels continue to rise. The flooded tunnels, the most hazardous part of the operation. Rescue teams had been using pumps to drain the water, but one of the pumps broke down. If these miners are found, this will be nearly 2 weeks since they went missing, and it's a race against the clock. The case reminding many of when rescue divers located the group of soccer players alive in Thailand in 2018 and extracted them. They were found after 9 days and rescued after 18. Some who were involved in that complicated mission are on the case again. The search teams also say they're using 3D mapping and satellite imagery to explore other entry points.
If we could penetrate that small restriction, we might be able to reach the 6th chamber and then see what is there.
Those 5 rescued miners are now in the hospital. The first man was brought out on Friday when the rescuers were able to pump out more water. Even if they reach the remaining missing miners, rescue workers say bringing them out may not be possible right away because of concerns about their health. Rescuers may have to get them food and water, then wait for more of the cave to be drained.
Our thanks to Britt. We'll continue, of course, to follow this story. But we turn now to the celebration of what would have been Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday, as we get an exclusive first-hand look at some of the icon's never-before-seen personal items heading to auction. The starlet of the silver screen seemingly more popular than ever, not just for her looks and charm, but also for her trailblazing attitude. Here's ABC's Melissa Adan.
So we are here in the Marilyn room?
I called the Marilyn room because I decided to give her one room of the house where I could display a few things.
A bombshell for the ages, Marilyn Monroe.
I think she's having the last laugh now because the world knows her more than any other star.
Marilyn Monroe fan club president and super collector Greg Schreiner has made it his life's mission to share his love of Marilyn, especially on what would have been the star's 100th birthday.
Almost everything that I own is now in one of 3 exhibits around the world. I want to share it with the world.
Almost 64 years after her death, Marilyn Monroe's impact is felt to this day. Her iconic, bold look inspiring generations of fans and celebrities.
It's the iconic blonde hair, it's the pearls, it's the diamonds.
Inspiring countless celebrity costumes. And Ana de Armas dressing the part for the film Blonde, reimagining Monroe's life.
Movie critics. Some of them love Marilyn, some of them hate Marilyn.
Pop stars seeming to draw inspiration from her looks like Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter, and Madonna in Material Girl.
And I am a material girl.
Echoing Marilyn in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
And Kim Kardashian doing whatever it takes to fit into Monroe's iconic Happy Birthday Mr. President dress for 2022's Met Gala.
You guys, this is really delicate. There is nothing more important than this dress. Be very careful.
I mean, these items are really special.
Martin Nolan is the executive director at Julian's Auctions.
And it's signed.
The team is celebrating Monroe by auctioning off some of her coveted personal items this week.
She's no longer with us, but she has left us so much.
And the Academy Museum keeping the party going all year long with an exhibit honoring her life. Before adopting the pseudonym Marilyn Monroe, she was Norma Jean Mortensen.
When you look at Marilyn's life, I mean, she had to overcome so many challenges. She was working in different factories, etc. She was discovered there by a military photography during the war.
The star's pin-up modeling career catapulting her to the big screen, her rise to fame captivating the world.
Look, if you're interested in whether I am married or not...
Oh, I'm not interested at all.
Well, I'm not.
That's very interesting.
I can personally say I fell in love with Marilyn about the age of 6. My parents took me to a movie theater, drive-in. I saw Some Like It Hot, and I just couldn't believe this incredible, amazing creature on the screen that was Marilyn Monroe. And I started collecting her in small ways with magazines.
And who could forget that flirtatious white dress moment?
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway?
Captured in the 7-Year Itch.
A lot of people recognize her as a sex icon or a sex symbol, but she was more than that.
Exactly. And, she was black-white segregation, completely against that, and she befriended black actresses and actors at the time. She had no boundaries.
Embodying glamour and sensuality in the repressive 50s, the star also becoming a feminist icon.
There's something magical about the golden age of Hollywood, and because Marilyn Monroe really gave definition to what the golden age of Hollywood looked like, she's this perfect representation physically about what that actually means.
She married 3 times, most famously to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio, and then to playwright Arthur Miller, all ending in divorce. After a 17-year career, Marilyn Monroe would die by probable suicide in 1962.
She died at 36 years old. She was so young. She stayed young in our memories.
She's frozen in time for us, and Marilyn will be timeless forever. And maybe she's kind of happy that way, that she didn't ever age, that she stayed young and beautiful all for eternity now.
In one of her final public appearances, singing Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in that iconic body-hugging dress.
Happy birthday to you.
So, Melissa,
it's time to see the
It's time
items.
to see the items.
We were given a special sneak peek look at the items going up for auction at the Peninsula Beverly Hills.
So this beautiful Pucci blouse, we estimate this 10 to 15,000. If she saw something that she liked, like a dress or a blouse, she would buy 3 or 4. If it fitted her perfectly, she would buy them in different colors.
It's a smart woman thing.
Smart woman. Let's see if we can open this.
Oh my
Look
gosh,
at that. And
that
it's
is
still
intact.
There. Intact.
That's really stellar.
Isn't that amazing? And then, of course, you have her lip gloss. I mean, these items are really special. Her mascara.
Wow, a beautiful tube also.
Beautiful. 3,000 to 5,000, sort of the estimates on these items. Her bra.
Iconic.
Very iconic. Incredible that this is an item that will be highly sought after. The voluptuous blonde is what, you think of Marilyn Monroe. That's what she presented. That was her brand.
If Marilyn Monroe were around today at 100, I like to think that she would be a firecracker still. You know, she would be the person that we would always look for on the red carpet because you know you're gonna get a really great quote from her. And she's gonna not really give a damn about what you think about it.
Marilyn Monroe's legacy lives on through her fans.
How special and important is it for you that you get to share?
I'm not a collector that wants to keep it to myself. I really love having it out there for everybody to enjoy because I figure if I can bring happiness and share Marilyn's love with others, why not?
Our thanks to Melissa. Julian's 100 Years of Marilyn auction gets underway on Thursday. And now a look ahead at tomorrow's show. For many young people these days, prom begins long before the party starts and spares no expense. We're in the place putting on what many call the best prom in America. And when we come back, we're with the one and only Barry Manilow, the Copacabana singer, getting vulnerable about his recent cancer diagnosis, his Las Vegas residency, and the thing that shocked him most about going public with his health news. Welcome back. Barry Manilow, stunning fans late last year by revealing his lung cancer diagnosis. The singer, who's thrilled millions with decades of hits, opened up to ABC's Chris Connolly about the terrifying questions suddenly front and center and what surprised him most after his life-saving surgery.
And you remember that, right? I mean, you don't even need to know the song yet. You know the song already.
82-year-old Barry Manilow at his piano, playing introductions to his songs that spark wild applause whenever he performs them live.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down her head.
But as he plays, Barry is aware that there's something missing.
My voice, I don't know whether it's coming back. I did my first sound check about a month ago, and I didn't sound like me at all. I just couldn't believe that it's over.
What's it like for you to feel like you've lost your voice?
Yeah, it's that is really upsetting because I don't want to stop.
Barry telling us his 50-year-plus singing career hangs in the balance. So does the summer tour, set to begin in late June, as hundreds of thousands of fans hope to thrill to his unforgettable hits one more time. But will they hear his voice? Will anyone? Not even Barry can tell yet.
I looked at my band and they were all looking at the floor. Yeah, so that was the first hint. Something was not right. I've always taken my voice for granted. I don't take it seriously. Now I do because it doesn't seem to be there the way it always was.
From the studio inside Barry's Palm Springs home, this beloved entertainer candidly sharing his story 6 months after lung cancer surgery saved his life.
Barry, how are you? I think that's what everybody wants to know.
I'm doing good. It took longer than I thought it was going to take to get past this lung cancer.
News of Manilow's health crisis emerging late last year in the midst of a Las Vegas residency. An MRI in November revealing the unexpected.
They checked my lungs and they found the dot, the spot, that thing that you don't want to ever have. They said I had lung cancer and we have to get it out.
What's that like to hear?
I paid no attention to it. It was just too heavy for me.
Doctors deciding he didn't need chemotherapy or radiation after his left lung lobectomy. But Barry would land in the ICU with pneumonia.
I was in ICU for 7 days. It was terrifying. There was a couple of moments there that I thought, you know, this may be goodbye. But these people at this hospital, they were just angels, saints. It's an unbelievable life. I'm just a very grateful guy.
Later, Manilow, who turns 83 this month, asking himself the big life questions.
You know, have I done everything I wanted to do? Have I been good to people? Have I made people feel good? That's all I ever wanted to do with my music. The thing that shocked me was all the people around the world being concerned about me. It was note after note after note about, you know, we're praying for you.
He's had 13 #1 adult contemporary hits, #1 pop hits like Mandy.
Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking.
And I Write the Songs.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
And Beyond. Amazingly, Barry charted earlier in 2026 with another adult contemporary song, Once Before I Go. From his new album, What a Time.
But you didn't think you were going to be a singer. You thought you were going to be like behind the scenes.
If you asked me what I do for a living, I would not tell you I'm a singer. Not at all. I'm a musician. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Born in Brooklyn, Barry began as an accordion player before taking up the piano. A life-changing moment came watching Judy Garland on TV.
Nobody tops her. The talent was coming out of her pores. It was unbelievable.
Hired in the mailroom at CBS, he'd do piano backup for vocalists on the side and discover a surprise talent as a writer of TV ad jingles.
You wrote that State Farm jingle.
Just like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I got $150. No. It was great because I could use that money.
He'd be the brilliant musical director for an up-and-coming singer named Bette Midler.
They were exciting days. They really were. I look back on Bette's career. You can't get more brilliant than Bette Midler.
He's been married to his longtime manager, Gary Keefe, since 2014, a partnership that has sustained him in so many ways.
And that was a real blessing. Gary was... I don't know, that he could share his life with me. Yeah, that changed my life. How could it be magic?
Now, Barry hopes to make those first dates of his tour. He just needs his rehabbing voice to cooperate.
I can't wait to get back. I'm in great shape. I'm ready to go. I just hope my voice is there. I really don't want to cry on stage, but I don't know whether I'll be able to hold that back this time.
We're all rooting for Barry. Barry Manilow's tour is set to begin later this month. Our thanks to Chris Connolly. When we come back, caught on social media, what made country megastar Morgan Wallen flip his piano on stage? And finally tonight, Morgan Wallen flips his piano.
It got me thinking, if I'm the problem, you might be the reason.
The singer of huge hits like I'm the Problem on stage in Denver when technical issues got in the way of him hearing the piano during his encore of Sand in My Boots, leading the country star to take it a cappella. And then finish by pushing the instrument over. Wallen hasn't issued a statement yet on the action. And that's Nightline for tonight. You can watch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.